Okay, then we are live. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Hello, Katya again.
Hi
Um,
everyone.
good morning, or good afternoon, depends on where you guys are. We're gonna wait a minute or two for everyone to start flowing in. Please let us know if you can hear us and see us properly. Type in the chat to us. Let us know where you're dialing in from. And yeah, we're gonna be starting very soon. I hope the weather's for everyone as nice as for me and Katya. We're in London both, so
Mm.
it's really nice outside as we were discussing.
Yeah, it feels like spring. It's lovely. The sunshine and pretty warm actually. Yeah.
Oh,
So
finally.
finally, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. I think we have our minute that was gone. Don't worry
Mhm.
about the note taker. Let me share my screen super quick and do the quick intro. Yep, we're starting soon. I assume everyone sees my screen. Hello, everyone, again. My name is MJ. I'm the co-founder of ZenABM. With me is Katya, who is a co-founder of YouStellar. She's going to introduce herself properly, but it's going to be a good one. We're going to listen to her from segmentation to signals, ABM and AI workflows presentation. There will be clay templates, I'm told, for you to use and copy. So that's going to be super useful. It's going to land in the resource center. Couple of things. All of the recordings are available on our YouTube channel. I'm gonna put link in the comments and in the resource center for the bootcamp as well. And we aim to have all the recordings by the end of the day published. Same for today. And few words about ZenABM before I leave the floor to smarter people. ZenABM is a tool designed for running ABM campaigns on LinkedIn. Essentially gives you company level insights into all of your ad engagements, the intent, so what the companies are actually interacting with, how they perform across different campaigns, the account scoring out of the box, combining data both from HubSpot and LinkedIn, all the customer journeys with deal attribution to understand when you open a deal, how it was affected by your ad performance, closing the deal also. Entire ABM analytics, that everything that happens on LinkedIn. So pipeline, revenue attribution, trends, spends, how much you open, how much you close, everything. And on top of it, our Zena AI agents that understands all of this data. And essentially, you can ask it questions like, what deals were influenced? What are my best performing campaigns in terms of total revenue and pipeline relevancy, etc. Zena will tell you everything you need to know about your LinkedIn ad performance. And without further ado, we have code Bootcamp, 10% off for everyone, limited to 50 users, valid till the end of the bootcamp, so 20th of February. First come, first serve. And with that, I am giving the mic to Katya. And yeah, take it away.
Yes, thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone. So thank you for attending my session. Let me share my screen quickly. So yes, I hope you enjoyed the previous sessions. So can you see my screen? Yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. So my session is more about like how you can use signal segmentation to actually drive pipeline and win target accounts faster. So everyone, I think this year we need two times this year we needed to drive pipeline. We need to increase our revenue. So every business that I work with, they struggle, to double the revenue and where I can help. So I run my own AI ABM agency. I'm in partnership with Sixth Sense and HubSpot. So most of my customers, HubSpot users or Sixth Sense users, and I work with different technology companies, and I integrate AI in ABM strategy, and so it's not just strategy and execution as well. So my background is many years on the corporate side, on demand gen, ABM, on the agency side as well, in working with SaaS in tech. So yeah, and 2 years ago, like around 3 years ago, I was on maternity leave for 1 year. So I started my own AI IBM agency. And yeah, so my customers, enterprises, and scale ups and startups, so different companies, but mainly SaaS. So actually, this session, one key takeaway that I want to actually present you, and I hope it might be can be helpful for you. So how you can build AI ABM orchestration, how you can incorporate AI in your ABM strategy, because now AI is not just like nice to have, it's must. So it's definitely you need to start using AI. Where to start, what AI tools can help you with different use cases. And I want to present you my 6-pillar AI ABM orchestration framework. So it's just my framework that I use with my customers, and I see that it works. And I hope it's definitely drive B2B growth if you use it smart with the right tools. So all tools that I present I use myself or for my customers, and I can recommend them. So yes, before any orchestration, when you start adopting AI, a new AI tool, or just using AI for your maybe ABM for sales, this is my two questions that I always ask my customers and myself. So first, start with outcome, because many businesses, they start with workflows straight away. They say, okay, so we need to automate our outreach. We need to, but okay, why you need to automate outreach? So first of all, start with outcome. So what I want to achieve. So few examples: booked meetings uplift. So my sales team struggles with booking meetings. Okay, or my pipeline is very slow, or my average deal is very small, and I want to increase. So few questions. Or maybe you run ads and you want to gain insights from your ads to run them smarter and cheaper. So prove your ROI. So again, start with outcome. And second is, okay, what workflow can help me to to hit my target, to hit my goal, so to get this outcome. Few examples. For instance, I want to run some competitive takeout workflow. It's actually one example that I want to show you in the end of our session. So I want to understand, okay, so what are my competitors, like some competitive intelligence, and how from closed lost deals, how I can re-engage them, how I can use signals. So, or another maybe expansion. I have some customers and I want to expand them, and you need to run this workflow early, because it might be too late and you can't expand your customer and you can lose your customer. So different workflows depends on your outcome. So what workflow can help you? So all these pillars that I want to show you, AI and ABM orchestration, my recommendation: don't try all pillars one day. So it's not just like, okay, it's a strategic framework, but think strategically. So where you struggle, where your business struggles with, and which pillar where you want to start. For instance, like you want to use a smarter system, build a smarter system for signals, how you can collect these signals, how you can use these signals for building a very personalized outreach, or like how you can optimize your ad spend, how you can run LinkedIn campaigns smarter and prove ROI. So how you can connect this, so different like use cases and different outcomes. So start with outcome, workflow, and which pillar can help you. So actually, about ABM, just we know that everyone talks about ABM, but not many businesses and people know actually how to run ABM now. And everyone is overwhelmed with so many AI tools, and it's easy, test and learn. But what I see with businesses, customers that I work with, so four actually gaps at the moment is like lack of account intelligence. So many businesses and just uploading lists without any intent, and they think, I know my target account. I think you heard many times, oh no, I know my target account list is like 100 accounts, and definitely it's just, but what's about like where these accounts at the funnel stage, how they know about your brand, or what they search for, what the signals, what's the business challenges, pain points. So this matters really, and many businesses, they just want to win some big brands instead of just thinking strategically, okay, my product is a good fit and I know exactly about the challenges and how I can address the challenges. Another gap is one playbook for all, like for all ABM motions, one-to-one, one-to-few, one-to-many, and different, the same for enterprise, the same for mid-market, SMBs, but it's a big mistake, because if you target every segment, every cluster with the same playbook, with the same message, the same value proposition, so it doesn't work. So it's just a waste of money and time. Lost account prioritization. So the most common challenge. So again, like companies think they want to win big brands instead of just thinking, okay, so how I can prioritize those accounts? What's my tier one, tier two, tier three lists? And the most important, what criteria? So how I can break it down? And so this also like crucial. So focus and prioritization and the right account selection. So where actually AI helps perfectly. But again, start with your strategy, not with the tool. Start with the outcome and what strategy. And afterwards, which tool can help me to build the right workflow. So another thing, contact level intent is missing. So now more and more, because everyone is overwhelmed, so many messages, and it's account level intent is perfect. It's your foundation. You need to start with that. But there is another layer that you can miss. It's contact level intent, and track your campaigns activities on the contact level as well. So also I can show you a few solutions. So yes, again, ABM in 2026 is also a contact level. It's amazing to know like what your target account, what intent, what they search for, but you need to go deeper. So on a contact level, so okay, what's the buying committee? Who are those people? Job functions, job roles, what they're interested in, what they search for. Also, we'll show you a few tools can help you to add this layer, because precision is key for personalization, and it drives intent, it drives engagement significantly. So let's start with my pillar. So where data is crucial. Um, all companies, they struggle with data enrichment, and I would say data cleanup. So I think one more like pillar before this is like your data readiness. So start with your CRM and make it less messy. So because many companies, they struggle with their data, many duplications, data inaccuracy. And before data enrichment, I would do some work like just clean up, make it more structured, make it more make it cleaner. So data enrichment, there are so many tools, like the most popular like Apollo, Clay, Lead Magic. There are many also. You can use a waterfall approach across multiple data sources to maximize account and context coverage. So it depends, like, of course, you need to know about the buying committee. Who are those people? You need to add these contacts, and so this is crucial. Another, what I mentioned before about account intelligence. So not just like about signals definitely is like crucial, but also about buyer psychology. So also one tool that I use personally with my customers and myself, Humantic AI, they have some a few agents. They have account intelligence agent, Mia, or they have also like psychological person profile and analysis. So before, I also connected to my system, and when I need to target some people, target buyers, I analyze the profiles and gain insights and tailor message, meeting how they buy, how they what matters for them. In terms of signals, I use ZenABM as well. I'm a customer, so this I want to highlight that ZenABM is not just about ads analytics measurement and where they are the funnel stage, but also about signals, so that you can also add to your CRM or like I also use Claude, Calwork, and Claude MCP a lot. So all my systems, they maybe in the end, if you have some time, I can show you how I use Claude. Attention AI is sales coach, I would say. It also can help you analyze a lot of like your sales calls, meetings, all touches, and just to figure out, okay, what's the pattern. So another crucial pillar is personalized outreach. Um, so we know that now cold outreach doesn't work. So, and you need to be very precise. And I use a few tools that can help me. It's Warmly, so it's on the contact level. Analyzing my website visits, who are those people, companies, what they browse, so on the contact level. Also, they use like marketing ops agents that you can also build workflows and how to target these people once they visited your website, how you know exactly what they browsed, what are they interested in. So you can build workflows like using this contact level insights and website visits insights. For outreach, I use Growth Machine, LGM, so and Unify also perfect, but I find it cheaper, Growth Machine, and you can connect with LinkedIn, Twitter, emails, you can connect with Clay. So this is perfect. So I find it very efficient, and you can use templates. So if you sign up for LGM, you can find many templates that you can start using straight away. Harwich, I think many knows this tool. It's for LinkedIn outreach, also perfect. So again, you can experiment, test, and learn what works for you. So and combine, create a composable IBM tech stack. Another that actually pillar that again, so we know about ads. Yeah, so LinkedIn is #1 revenue channel. So everyone is on LinkedIn, and if you use it smart, again, so I use an ABM a lot for my ABM
We have
campaigns.
some questions. Sorry to barge
Yeah,
in. So
yeah,
maybe
awesome.
before the part two, let's do the first two questions that we have coming in. First question is, do you have any tips for people like me who are starting with pretty cold list? We will reach out to tier one accounts the same week we start ads while we wait for intent signals from tier two and three. Does this make sense?
I would say nothing. No. So actually, what do you say about cold outreach? Again, me personally, and from my experience working with many businesses, cold outreach doesn't work. So that's why I highlighted that there are so many tools that can help you unreach, like use signals and see. Okay, so I also in the end I will follow up with some templates using how you can actually define your ICP and make sure that this list is actually your meet your ICP, because many businesses they think that okay, yes, so I think this is definitely my ICP, my target list, but when you start exploring, when you start testing, you understand it doesn't work. First of all, you need to validate your ICP and make sure that your target account list is accurate before reaching these people. The second is about signals. Okay, see what's intent, what these companies they look for, what's their tech stack, what's their technographic, firmographic data. Firmographics is like, okay, maybe they hired a new CMO, maybe they hired what's the new hires, what maybe they raised funding, maybe they like I don't know, this year they adopted in some tech stack that matters for your solution. So be strategic. So first validate your list, make sure that it's exactly people that companies that are ready to buy. Second, where they are the buying the funnel stage. it also matters, because before targeting them, you need to make sure that, okay, so if they're at the awareness stage, so definitely maybe they don't know about your brand, and before reaching out, you need to add value and be in front of these target accounts. Again, so you can use ZenABM or other tools that can help you to start running campaigns and see where they are at the final stage, so maybe they at consideration, and maybe why it matters, what message, what piece of content you need to share with them. So for instance, if they again, on the contact level, what are personas? So it's like you target the entire company, or you need to be very precise and say, okay, so I target marketing personas with one message, and where the final stage, maybe they need a use case and they're interested in case study, so which piece of content you need to use for targeting them or doing outreach. So yeah, and because I think start with insights before outreach, because you imagine how many, I think everyone is overwhelmed with messages now, yeah, so how many messages you receive every day, but you need to be in front of the right accounts with the right message, and in front of the right people, again, with the right message at the right time, so, and make sure where so that's why data matters, it's crucial for marketing.
Okay, we have one other question for now. For everyone on the chat, please keep them coming. The question is, what if a majority of your list has only one or two contacts per company? How to map buying committee in this case?
Yeah, it's a great question. Thank you. It's so we know that the buying committee is not one person. It's definitely in B2B, and especially if it's a um, complex deal, sales cycle. It's like maybe five. At least it's like always like 5 to like 20 people. If it's a large enterprise, so it's on the buying committee, it will be 20 20 people. So on average, it's like I would say at least 10. So, and different job functions, different personas. You need to, okay, it depends on your product, so what you're selling. So, but you need to, how to map it out. So I know that I don't know, I sell to marketing people mainly, also like head of strategy or head of sales, go to market. So I know very well my personas. I use Humantic AI, so you can map it out. So if you sign up for free trial and test it, you can see, you can actually build your buying committee, and you can know exactly like, okay, so what's my buying committee and which contacts I need to add. But first start with your job functions, personas, whom you sell, and start add more context. Depends on Humantic AI also can recommend you, can show you the buying committee and people you can find on LinkedIn. So I also use Sales Navigator, and you can find the right people and analyze them and see, okay, what their profiles, what they're interested in. Maybe it's a new hire. So definitely it's like a bit further, I will explain on in detail, so how you can use signals and actually why it matters in terms of like building your buying committee and adding more context to your CRM. But again, it's definitely not one person. It's at least like on average it's like I don't know. I always like around 10. So it's the enterprise, so 15 people, like from different job function, different business units and different personas.
Okay, we have one more question that came in. I think we can take it straight away. I have a question about trying to engage with leads prior to jumping into the conversation or sending the offer. How do you generally not look too salesy? Likes, comments, views, for how long before sending the message? Or if you find them in communities, how do you take it from there? Do you send them a real present? Let's say those contacts are freshly new and didn't engage with you before.
That's a good question, because actually, I think people hate when you start selling straight away. Yeah, so it definitely doesn't work, and please don't do this. It's you need to build trust. You need to build relationship. You need to build trust. You need to add value. So free core advices. Just start like, okay, how you can add value. But definitely you can analyze their profiles, what they're interested in, signals, and you understand, okay, so but if you've never engaged before, so definitely what they search, what signals, like what they're interested in, what their challenges, what their pain points. So you need to collect insights first, analyze. Also, you can use, I use Claude a lot. So, and now with Claude Cowork, and you can connect all your CRM, all your tools that you use, and you also can analyze. You can use some prompts. Also, I will share with you some prompts that you can use for Claude, how to analyze. But again, be strategic. So where they are at the final stage, if they only at the awareness stage, so definitely they're interested in content consumption, so they want to learn, they want to be educated. And actually what you can do is just like, okay, so you can share with them some report or maybe playbook and say, so look, here's my upcoming webinar. If you want to join, please just if it might be helpful for you, here's my report. So you need to before selling, you actually need to make sure that they are ready to buy, and you need to build trust through education and just share adding value. So and when you're, again, when you use some tools like or play with Claude, because especially if you need to add them to CRM, and you can connect to with your voices like ZenABM as well, how I use it. So where they're at the final stage, and did they see my ad? So did they show some intent? And so it should be like the sales cycle might be like, so there is the concept, the final stage, yeah, where the awareness, consideration, decision, purchase, yeah. So you need to track where they are, and adding value through adding value and education.
Awesome. There is a consensus. We would love to see the cloud prompts. One more question. Do you have any success for running LinkedIn ABM for IT audience?
Oh yeah, of course, definitely. So it's actually it's my core audience as well. So again, I mentioned about my previous roles at Twilio, Snowflake. So it's very only tech audiences. So working with developers, engineers, sales engineers, product managers, etc. So, and I would say LinkedIn is amazing. So I also use other channels, but my core channel was LinkedIn, definitely. Like especially like what works, just a quick tip for you. What works for this audience is very, I would say, hands-on webinars, like demo, very technical, and webinars worked very well, especially like hands-on. So how some kind of like show your practice. So it's, we call it hands-on labs. So it's more like demo and showing you, okay, from a technical perspective, how it works. So yes, another thing is hackathons as well work very well for this audience. If you advertise on LinkedIn, and also on LinkedIn, just show like content like how to, very technical, very practical, how you can add value to the roles. Yeah, and I used to use different channels as well, like Reddit, Quora, and Twitch. So, but LinkedIn was number one.
Okay, no more questions for now. Keep them coming and we can proceed with the slides.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your questions. They're amazing. So yeah, again, so ads definitely it's core pillar. So it's like targeting on LinkedIn. Again, I am a big advocate of LinkedIn, and so many deals I closed from my content and from campaigns from on LinkedIn. So now you can use also add a contact level layer. So I use Influ too. So they also do on a contact level some targeting, and you can track specifically who watched your who saw your ads, if they engaged, clicked, so all metrics. So also like very efficient tool. AI automation. So now I use Claude and make sometimes end-to-end, but for more customized projects, more advanced, So, but you can start with Claude. So now everyone knows about Claude Cowork, the agent. You also can use Claude Chat, connecting as MCP, connecting with your tools. So all my tools connected to Claude, and I use it for all use cases like analytics, data analytics, also creating personalized messages. For instance, I can ask Claude, could you just connect to my HubSpot and show me my leads for 30 days and what the email engagement, so show me all metrics in terms of if they open some emails, what they're interested in, analyze all information from my CRM, and what content I need to create for them, and which topics I need to use. And Claude, so it's amazing. So also like highly recommend to use it. And there are so many tutorials on YouTube, so you can see how to use it. Cost optimization. So this is a bit like advanced layer, but if your tech stack is very sophisticated and complex, and you use especially Clay and other tools like with credits, so you need to use your API key to optimize credits. So again, if you connect with me on LinkedIn, there are so many posts. You can find some posts on that in my LinkedIn, how to optimize. But in short, use API keys, and again, there are so many tutorials that you can read how to do this, because otherwise your tech stack might be very expensive. Signal layer, so where actually intent lives. So there are different signals: first party, second party, third party signals, firmographic and technographic signals. So all these layers you need to use for your strategy. So first party signals as website behavior, I use HubSpot. HubSpot now use intent, website intent, and you also can use it and see who actually visited your website, what they search for. So a lot of data from HubSpot. I also use Warmly. It's on the contact level. I can see who exactly visited my website, what they actually were interested in, and yeah, so this is amazing. Second party signals. Michael, correct me if I'm wrong. ZenABM is second party signals, right? Or third party signals?
Uh, that depends how you
Yeah.
define it. But essentially, yes, we grab the data from LinkedIn API, and so depends on whether you
Okay.
consider this to be second party or first party or third party.
Yeah. So exactly. But I would say yeah. So I also use ZenABM for adding um, signals and analyze intent. Third-party signals, Clay, Apollo, 6sense. I work with 6sense customers as well, so that's why I find it very efficient. But one layer that many companies, businesses, they ignore is firmographics and technographic signals. So, but it's crucial. So actually, what they spending patterns, investment funding raise, hiring velocity, so or like company initiative, if they maybe run some new ABM like acceleration program or etc. So all these signals is you also can use like AI. I use Perplexity a lot, like a bit further I will explain how to actually analyze companies, or you can use, I will share with you some templates that you can use with Clay to validate your ICP and add more insights from firmographic and technographic signals. Free buying signals that convert. So role change definitely is number one.
We have one question.
Yeah.
Can we jump in before we go? The question is about actually Influ 2. So the question is, I'm curious how much higher CPC and CPM you have in Influ 2 compared to LinkedIn and other channels.
It's a very good question. So I would say it's very similar to LinkedIn. So yes, there is some difference, but if you reach out to me, maybe send me some message afterwards. I can share with you some examples. But I would say it's very similar, and I wouldn't say like it's very expensive. But there is a slight difference, but not so. But again, if you connect with me on LinkedIn, I can share with you some examples, what it looks like, some reports.
We got another one coming in from Wolfgang, which is with the decline of third-party cookies and the rise of privacy laws, is signal tracking still viable methodology for ROI measurement, or are we moving toward a purely probabilistic modeling approach?
It's a very difficult question. You are right in terms of like, yes. So, but I didn't notice any, for instance, I use when I work with Sixth Sense customers, and it didn't affect third-party data signals collection, because again, they use their own patented technology, how they collect data and analyze it. Bambora as well. So no, I wouldn't say like it affected. So big platforms like again Sixth Sense, Bambora, they use their own like patented technology how to avoid this what like what's the right word?
Problem
Yeah, this challenge with cookies.
cookies. Yeah. All right. We don't have any more questions for now.
Awesome. So yeah, back to our buying signals. So what you need to focus on, at least the most crucial is role change. So definitely if new hire, new mandate, they're gonna reconsider a lot of things. And I would focus on this first, role change and urgency, because when you get hired, so definitely you need to validate your role, and you need to like prove your role. So, and definitely it's, I would say, the most crucial signal, and probably they're ready to buy, like, so maybe look for a new vendor or a new solution, or, yeah, but again, go deeper and analyze what role, what challenges, and from a role perspective and firmographic perspective as well. Tech stack changes. So new tool adoption of platform. Yes, it's also not, it's number two, because I see, especially in MarkTech that I work with. So definitely, if they adopted a new tool, so definitely they need some services or a consultant, or so. Yeah, it depends on your industry, business, and yeah. Firmographic growth is again funding, hiring velocity, and revenue growth signal urgency, budget availability. But the most crucial is funding. So definitely, if a company raised some money, so definitely they are ready to buy. So this matters because again, new mandate, budget approval, cycle active, vendor optimization. So everything it affects. So that's why validate your ICP, but use intent and signals for your strategy. How to segmentation layers. So there are few methodologies, but this is more that I use more often. It's how you can segment your list. So you have, like, for instance, like 100 accounts. So how you can segment it further. So maybe you have a cluster and you need to segment it further. So use firmographic and intent signals that I've just showed you. So role-based, so it should be like persona-based segments. Analyze from psychological perspective. So I use Humantic AI, or you can just use Claude or Perplexity. You can play around with some AI tools to gain insights, how to actually tailor your message, make it more psychological, I would say. In buying committee stage, so where they are, so how you can segment it further. So this is like one segment for awareness stage. This is segment for purchase stage or consideration. So where they are. So you need to use some tools, or I don't know if it depends on your CRM or what's your tech stack, how you can actually map it out to the buying journey phase. So that's why it's more like persona based, role based, and very it should be very segmented using all these four layers. Um, that's why many businesses, when they target like, okay, these 100 accounts, and I will target everyone with the same message, like, okay, more or less like persona based message, but okay, but what piece of content you want to use? It depends on the buying it depends on the buying stage. So awareness, so maybe it's a broad report, or very like with some thought leadership content, or some maybe new article, or if they are at the buying a decision stage, so it might be some use case customer report, so more specific, and because they are further at the final stage and they need more specific content, to actually get into some first conversation. So building ICP with AI. So just how much time left? 20. So yes, again, ICP matters. So you need to understand that your target list is your account prioritization, your target account selection is correct. And it's definitely companies that they look for your solution using signals, intent. If you actually because many businesses, they think that the ICP is static. No, ICP is not static. ICP is dynamic, and you need to revisit your ICP quarterly. So that's why very often that companies, they work with some list of accounts, and they think why it doesn't work, but actually the ICP may be changed. And again, analyze your closed won deals, a lot of historical data in your CRM. So if you connect Claude and HubSpot, so if you use Claude Pro, you just need to use Claude Pro or like Max, or if you use Claude Team, so you can connect HubSpot. They have a native integration with HubSpot, and you can just ask, okay, could you please connect to my HubSpot and analyze what I like my like for 90 days or more, like close won deals. Maybe there is some patterns. What do you help me to validate my ICP? So now Claude is amazing, especially with the new features. Also, how to cluster these accounts. So again, you need to segment them, not just like using like one list. You need to cluster by outcome, and you can group like why they bought, which use case. So clustering might be different, but based on use case, based on product, based on challenge. There are many ways how you can cluster your accounts. You also can ask Perplexity, or again Claude, or Notebook LM. Also, they are amazing. So you can upload like some I don't know, a spreadsheet with your data, and ask, help me analyze my current prospects and how I can cluster them. And could you just also analyze my competitors and use this competitive intelligence to validate my ICP and help me with segmentation. So again, some prompts that I can share with you, you can use. It can be helpful. Create signal personas. So again, analyze profiles, like use AI, or I use Humantic AI for each specific signal cluster to drive targeting. So what my personas, and what could you analyze their profiles, and what the buying trigger. So definitely use signals to build out your personas. AI and ABM workflow. So this one example. So actually how like
We got a question, if I may interrupt you before we go
yeah,
into this. The question is actually quite a good one. So it is. I was wondering, how do you share the content? Our sales team has asked us to avoid sending links in the emails for deliverability reasons.
That's yeah, I don't know why sales is concerned about that, because it's not about in general. So if we talk about emails, so emails all my content on the website. So, and I share the links to my website and say, so look, here's a new report, please sign. Um, so, but I can't see like any challenges with that. So you can definitely like because you can't use attachments, so you need to track how you can track your activities, how you can track if they visited your website. So links with UTM codes. So if you add UTM code to the link, you can track. So that is crucial. So you need to track everything. So you need it's because you need to understand, okay, so what works, what doesn't work, how I can analyze it further. So which insights. So again, answering this question, you need to use links with UTM codes and upload all your content to the website, create the link, um, create the landing page with your content, add the UTM code, and use this link in your email. Or so LinkedIn is a bit different. Like you can use, but again, you can use links the same. But the most important, just add UTM code, and how you can prove to your sales team. You just need to say them. So look, I need to understand what matters, like, and what I need to scale, and what our prospect they're interested in, and how I can track it. I need to use UTM codes, Google Analytics, or HubSpot, or other tools that can help you measure your campaign performance. But yes, you need to use that for tracking.
I'll add just two things. So one, I agree, challenge your sales team potentially. But two, just use different domains and like warm them
Uh,
up, rotate them. If the deliverability is really, really bad, then just simply discard them. Like domains are quite a commodity nowadays, and you can just get a new one, warm it up in 2 weeks automatically with many tools, and yeah, you should be good to go.
Yeah, exactly. And sales, like they need to understand key principles of marketing and sales. And you can say, so look, I can tell you exactly if this prospect is interested in that or not, but I need to track it. So that's why I use it, so I can provide you some insights back.
All right, we have one more question. Would you recommend getting valuable and relevant content for ABM campaigns when going out to warm audience via sales outreach?
Good question.
Gating. Sorry,
Yes.
the question is gating the valuable content essentially for ABM campaigns when you're going out to warm audience.
Mm. So yes, gating versus ungating, gated versus ungated, like
Yep.
uh it's a very good question because, like, many companies they say so you need to build trust, and that's why you need to use ungated content. Like again, depends on your funnel stage, because the content for the awareness stage and for the decision stage are very different, and people are interested in different things. So this is thing number one that you need to keep in mind, and that's why you need to track where they are at the funnel stage. So why it matters, because you need to know which type of content to use, and using signals or intent to track, okay, what exactly they look for, or what they visited on my website, so what I can use for next campaign. Gated versus ungated. Me personally, I use gated. Yeah, I know that many companies, and especially like Six Sense, they say like, no, we need to use ungated content. But again, you need to track, and yeah, so I would love to say like use ungated content, but I would say like from a marketing perspective, you need to use gated, but there are some use cases when you need to use ungated. For instance, when you know that this person is already scheduled a call with your like sales, and they're ready to buy, and you just need to add value and say, okay, so we know exactly we are at the stage when they are purchase stage and they're ready to buy. So in this case, you need to use ungated, because you build trust, you build relationship, and you just need to just, okay, how I can add value more. But if your prospects at the awareness stage or consideration, I use gated. But if they're further in the funnel stage, use ungated. I would answer like that.
Okay, cool. No more questions for now.
Awesome. So yes, because we have just 10 minutes left. So this is one example, one AI and ABM workflow. So again, what use your tools. So if, for instance, I use like HubSpot, ZenABM, Clay, Humantic, Claude, Lagraph Machine, Influ2. This is my tech stack. So a few examples. I also use Warmly, but you can experiment and test what works for you. Just start simple. You don't need very sophisticated, maybe just like a few tools, one CRM and like one intent tool, also like one for LinkedIn ads, ABM campaigns, some more insights using AI tools. So my preference is Claude. I also use Perplexity a lot, but Claude now has a very, like, you can connect a lot of tools, so many native integrations they can use. So again, start with a signal. So what ICP plus signal. So what are my account list, and how I can actually add intent against each target account. So what they actually browse. HubSpot also use intent. So you can also use for that. Enrichment, if I understand, okay, so definitely one contact is not enough. So you need to add more contacts. You need to understand, okay, what's my buying committee? What are my personas? And use Sales Navigator, use Humantic AI or other tools. You can use also Clay, and just to understand, okay, what contact I need to add, what the tech stack, what's the funding, so what the like the current firmographic and technographic situation, and next segment. So again, on the previous slides, I showed how you can segment, like how you can cluster your accounts, but I don't know, cluster by use case or product or region. So it depends on your organization. So me personally, I use clustering by use case and challenge. So and the behavior and their role. So a few layers with different messages and different content. Different campaigns, different channels. But again, LinkedIn number one for me at the moment. AI personalization, I use Claude. Claude is very human. It sounds very human, so but you can use ChatGPT or other tools that can generate context-aware messaging. But why it matters? Because Claude can connect to all your tools, and he can collect all your data in one place, and that's why message is very personalized, because Claude pulls out data from all your tools. Multi-channel. So this is like, for instance, I use Lagraph Machine and ZenABM for ads, and with some customers that I work with, we use Influ2. It's on a contact level, but Lagraph Machine, from my perspective, is cheap, very cheap compared to other tools for outreach and multi-channel. Also using LinkedIn, Twitter, email, some other channels, and can be connected to Clay and other tools as well. AI automation. So you can build, so first of all, it's validity strategy. If it works for you, you need to add extra layer AI automation using like Make, or I don't know, if your organization is very sophisticated, you can use N8N or Zapier, also like very similar to Make. Make for me is a cheaper version and simple, so you can use the templates and just start testing. So what works for you? But first, start with strategy. And next, AI automation is the last piece. If you know that this workflow works for you, so you can automate it and using like any of AI automation tool platforms. Another
We have
example. So
one
this,
more question.
yeah.
I think we need to power through them, but
Yeah.
yeah, any recommendations for the length of outreach sequences for ABM? We're currently battling between 5 touches, marketing team choice, over 2 weeks, and then to add a low touch nurture sequence, but says would like a longer sequence with 15 plus touches.
It's very yeah, amazing question. Yeah, because so again, it depends on your deal. So if we talk about enterprise, So the sales cycle and more touches. You know that the buying committee is broad, it's like 20 people, and it's definitely not like 5 touches. So again, start with your. I would ask you, okay, it's enterprise or a small enterprise or it's SMB or scale up. So what your target? And that's why. So touches depends on your company's target company size and buying committee. So, but definitely you need to use multi-channel. So that's why your sales, especially now, because so many messages and the funnel stages are the awareness, consideration, decision, purchase. It's like not just, for instance, for one stage, it might like, you know, 10 touches, you know, or maybe for another stage, it might be just one touch. So again, I think from a funnel perspective, you know, so that's why on the average is like might be like 15 touches, 10 touches, but if it's an enterprise, it might be more. So that's why I would ask you, what's your target company size, what's your the buying committee size, and you need to cover all personas, not just only one. So that's why you need to think from angle like buying committee, final stage buying committee, and where they are, how you progress this account across the final stage.
No more questions for now.
Yeah. So yes, this is play. So competitive takeout, just one example. How you can use, for instance, like Clay, Claude, HubSpot. So add more tools like ZenABM, Humantic, Growth, etc. So again, I'm not paid for. I'm not on a referral program, so that's why I just recommend tech stack that work for me for my customers. But you can use your alternatives. So that's why just what I see works well. This is example of some play, competitive takeout. So what I want to know, I want to analyze my building targeting accounts using key competitors or past closed lost deals. Many businesses, they ignore closed lost deals. They think, okay, so we lost them to our competitors, so you can't reanimate them. That's not true. I would say closed lost opportunities, the warmest accounts in your CRM, because they already know about you. They know like your solution, but you need to analyze, okay, why we lost this deal. So what are the reasons behind? So you can connect again, use Claude and HubSpot and analyze these deals and all sales transcripts, all touches, all campaigns, and saying, look, could you analyze, please, all my previous campaigns targeting those closed lost accounts, analyze my sales transcripts, and just help me figure out what should be value proposition and how I can reanimate them. So Claude is amazing from this perspective. You also can find net new accounts via tag detection sources directly through Clay. It's like next step. Again, if you know your ICP or like your competitors' customers, you can also upload them to Clay and ask, please, could you just provide more insights and how I can target these accounts as well. So, but unreach with signals, what they're interested in, what's the buying committee, etc., and all firmographic, technographic data. Yeah, so you also can use the ZenABM signals like to add extra layer and to be more targeted and precise. And all these things you can automate, and you can cluster these accounts by why change now. So maybe what changed. So, and probably maybe they hired a new person. Maybe they hired and so many changes might have happened, and that you need to track, and you need to target those accounts again. Yes, so here prompts. So we can share the slides with you, and you can use prompts for Claude and for different use cases. Yes, success metrics. Few minutes left, so I will be very fast. So what you need to measure, it's again signal detection accuracy. So intent matters. you need to measure how measure the percentage of identified signals that successfully convert into qualified pipeline opportunities. So if you understand that this intent has some pattern, and I can use it, for to drive my pipeline. Segmentation precision again. So please be it's not just like one list. It should be clustered, segmented, and you need to validate that your outreach is hitting actual buyer intent, and what they look for. Yeah, so percentage outreach hitting real intent. So I would measure as well. Personalization impact, so reply rate. So if you understand, okay, so this is personalization works, or maybe we need to improve that. Cycle time, so days from signal to first conversion also matters, and win rate by signal type. So what my specific triggers. You need to again back to ICP validation. You need to revisit your ICP and your intent as well. Yes, so key takeaways. So we use few layers: account and contact level intent, not just only account, but ideally contact level as well. Composable tech stack, so play around with your AI tools, and yeah, think from outcome perspective. So what you want to achieve before adopting a new tool. If you want to like prove ROI on LinkedIn, improve your campaign performance on LinkedIn, or you need to like improve your nurture sequences in CRM. So so think from outcome. Yes, use AI. You can't ignore it, so that's why just experiment, test. Yes, and happy to connect with you on LinkedIn. I post regularly on LinkedIn some AI use cases, workflows, and I also run my newsletter that you can sign up. And every month I share some AI and ABM insights. And start small. So one signal, one play, test, measure, and scale. So don't need to follow all my 6 pillars strategic framework. Execute it straight away. Just start with one. Play one signal and one workflow. Yes, that's it. Hope you can find it helpful.
This was amazing. If you guys have any questions, this is the last chance to ask them here on live. The rest you can put on Slack. We'll have Katya there to take a look at them at some point. The slides we will also put in the resource center, right? I
Yes,
put your
yes.
LinkedIn profile on the chat. Yeah, I know we ran a little bit over time, but that's your fault, guys. You asked too many questions.
Yes, thank you very much for your great questions. I really enjoyed this session, and such smart questions. Really love that. And yes, I promised to share the clay templates with you, and yes, prompts you can find on the slides. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me on LinkedIn or email me. Yeah, happy to stay in touch with you.
Yeah, awesome. Brilliant. There is just one question that I see for now, which is, do you have any tips for farming accounts?
Farming accounts.
I'm not sure what that means.
Oh,
Maybe we need
really?
a clarification.
Ah, you mean like in agriculture industry?
Maybe.
No?
I assume we can do, yeah. Do you have any tips
Or
for
maybe
me?
you mean nurturing?
I am not sure. This maybe Rakesh can call it, just give us a little bit more context on this question.
Or you can also like you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Generating opportunity among existing clients
Ah,
for ABM. This is, thank you for clarification.
yes. That's amazing. So it's a separate like motion. We call it
Yeah,
like existing accounts. It's more like upsell, if I understand
yeah,
correctly. Yeah. So it's what works. So first you need to build relationship with them and monitor all the time, like what I do with some customers, that regular meetings, measure temperature. So what exactly, like if they're happy or what they look for, what the new challenges. So regular catch-ups with them. And if you have customer success team, so definitely they need to like monitor what the new challenges and how your solution can add more value. Why it's crucial? Because like it's more about retention. Yeah, so we need to add more value. So it's generating new opportunity uh, with retention, I would say. So what I do, some a few tactics. You can organize like some workshops for them and say, so look. How we can help you further. So like, for instance, on a quarterly basis, you can say, can we set up some workshop, and they can, maybe if you added new features to your technology, how you can show them. Also like personal touch, I would say, like it's direct mails and appreciation working together, and just like, for instance, like free something. But more, what I find useful is like actually regular workshops, meetings, and inviting them to your upcoming webinars, or if you created a new report straight away. So so generating new opportunities, you need to track signals. Also like track what they search for. Again, back to intent. So it's a bad sign if they start searching your competitor. It means they are unhappy. So it definitely so this few back to intent and keyword search signals. Um, so what they search for, I would analyze and just created some personalized content for them.
Last question is asked. Actually, this is not a question, but let's transform it into a question. It says it must cost a lot in tools to have all the equipment you have. Can you like roughly share a ballpark estimate of how much do you pay for this tech stack?
Yes, I can tell you it's actually around 2K. So like 2K monthly. Like, but it depends. Sometimes I cancel subscription if I find something new. I just experiment, and but in general, like 2K. Yeah, I would say if I use HubSpot, it's not a professional package. It's just a starter. If I use, so most of my tech stack I use like starter because I'm a small agency, and that's why I don't need like something sophisticated. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And I think we can wrap it up. If you guys learned something interesting, tag us on LinkedIn, tag Katya, post about it. That would be great. We're available on LinkedIn for you, on the Slack community as well. And thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you, Katya, for this insightful session. And I will see a lot of you tomorrow evening for Patrick from Clay. Actually, he's not with Clay anymore. But Patrick
Yeah.
Spihalski will give a great workshop on Clay as well. So see you everyone tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you. Thanks.